of the Muslim people. I don't believe anything that he said, that Ireland is full of extremists and terrorists, and I certainly don't believe so.
Ali Salim is a voice of the Muslim establishment in Ireland. He's a leading figure at the Clonskee Mosque, where he's director of Dawah, which helps spread the message of Islam.
These are 100% false allegations. What position does he have that qualifies him to reach such a conclusion? And who is he to make such a conclusion? Shahid Satauddin is not a member that is involved in our work. How does he know about us?
You really believe that there's no issue with extremism or radicalism here in Ireland?
Well, I haven't seen it. How would I then say there is if I haven't seen it?
However, on one side of the Muslim community, there is growing disquiet about extremism. We found these concerns at the Shia community, based at the mosque in Milltown. The Shias, led by Imam Ali al-Salah, are a minority. Most Muslims in Ireland, as elsewhere in the world, are part of the Sunni sect. The Shias here generally get on with the majority Sunni Muslims. But the relationship is overshadowed by the war in Iraq, a conflict that has had reverberations back here in Ireland.
You will be here in our community tonight and pick any Iraqi and ask him. You will see either directly or indirectly he's affected. Myself, I lost 3 of my brother-in-law. Everybody. Every other week we are holding a session to praise and to pray for those who were dead in Iraq.
We're being told that there is no fundamentalism here. What do you say to that?
I think this is also, I have tackled this point many times. We cannot deny that there is fundamentalism. This threat is threatening our life. If we are the Muslim part of this society, the Irish society, it is not good to deny it. They are celebrating sometimes some terrorist act in Iraq. And some people, they hear the word of very cool. Here in Dublin.
There are people in Dublin celebrating the atrocities as they happen in Iraq.
Yes, frankly and openly. Some Al-Qaeda cells are using Europe country as safe haven. If you use European document, you can get anywhere in the world. So some people count from how many person came through Italy, how many person came through Ireland, how many person came from Britain. So they have this rough figure that 11 person till now have been killed in Iraq, and they are carrying Irish documents.
11 people came from Ireland?
At least, not at least.
These claims about an Irish connection with the insurgency have also surfaced in America, as we found out when we spoke to the former intelligence czar, John Brennan.
Are you aware of Irish passports turning up in Iraq?
I know that Irish passports have been in Iraq, yes.
You were given to believe that there were possibly 11.
I don't think it can be known how many. Irish passports can mean a number of things. It could mean that they were stolen, and they were then changed to put in a new identification. It could be that the individuals actually moved from Ireland into Afghanistan. But passports are obtained many different ways. They have many different uses.
You mentioned Afghanistan. Are you saying that passports have turned up there as well?
Well, I think we know that there are individuals in Afghanistan since 9/11, some of them that had Irish nationality or Irish credentials.
Is it your understanding that the recruitment is an ongoing problem here in Ireland, the recruitment of people from Dublin and other cities going to Iraq to carry out jihadist missions.
Yes. Recruitment will not stop, here or everywhere. Will not stop if you don't stop the preaching for this ideology.
These allegations that you make, they might well be viewed by others as coming from a very biased perspective. You're a Shia leader. All this activity concerns the Sunni community.
No, I am concerned about the Sunni community as the Shia community. When President Bush have addressed the Muslim fascist, it didn't say Sunni fascist or didn't say Sunni terrorist. It said Muslim. It's Islam. So it matters to me also. And people here, they know me. I'm really talking sincerely about Islam and Muslim as in general.
The Shia leader sits on the Irish Council of Imams alongside Sunni Muslim clerics. The council was launched last September at the Clonskeagh Mosque when Muslim leaders came together for the first time to speak with one voice.
The council represents a Muslim unprecedented initiative in Ireland that provides a theological Muslim body endeavouring to reach Muslim consensus on Muslim occasions in Ireland, spreading the spirit of the Islamic tolerance.
Among the 5 imams present was one who explained that he didn't want his face to be filmed, who, it turned out, is the leader of one of the country's biggest Muslim congregations. The Black Pits Prayer Hall is based here in an old warehouse off Clonbrazil Street in Dublin. It's one of the many factory mosques springing up in the rapidly expanding Muslim community.
He is the most kindest, he is the most merciful, he is the most compassionate, he is the only one. He has no...
The Imam is Ismail Kotwal, whose objection to being photographed is based on the religious doctrine of the Deobandi sect of Sunni Islam. The British-born Pakistani came to Dublin 9 years ago, and his Friday sermons regularly draw up to 800 men.
And Allah will shower us with the best of this life and the best of the akhirah.
From this building on Ainger Street, Ismail runs an Islamic school or madrasa where he teaches the Quran to both children and adults.
First of all, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah the Almighty, Allah the only one who has blessed us once again this Sunday afternoon.
He's a highly educated Islamic scholar, trained in Pakistan, along with members of the Taliban who, like him, object to their image being photographed. And, as Primetime discovered, that's not the only view he shares with the former Afghan rulers and their leader, Mullah Omar.
The Taliban did a good job, but of course they had some weaknesses. They needed support. They needed time. And it was very sad that they did not get that support. But still, it was a model for the rest of the world.
Do you think that there could be any good reason why the Taliban should have handed over Osama bin Laden to America?
No, of course not. Why? Show some proof, show some evidence. Yes, of course, take him. We'll punish him as well. But without proof, why?
You really, really believe that there's no hard evidence to show that Osama bin Laden was behind 9/11?
No evidence at all. There's no evidence.
How have you tried to explain this to your own students when they say, well, listen, that guy is a terrorist?
No, my students don't say that. My students don't say he's a terrorist.
But surely they would have read and thought that he...
No, because they know that when we teach a very balanced thing and we put all the pros and cons, at the same time we put this, that they say this, but can we trust them, what they are saying? Osama bin Laden, look at him. His appearance is like Prophet Muhammad. You can see it in his face. He's a good, God-fearing man.
what you say to your students is that Osama bin Laden, he is in the same